everybody, let's start this Q&A to answer all your questions about Stories, my book that is coming out on June 19th. But first, let me thank you all for your kind messages and support. Thank you so much. A lot of you have asked if it's in Arabic, if it's in Spanish, if it's in many other different languages. But still, some people are asking if it's in English. Yes, 100%. That is the only language in which Stories is available. Español, el otro día lo expliqué, están las stories destacadas del libro. La copia todavía no ha llegado en español porque no me ha dado tiempo a traducirlo o a escribirlo de nuevo en español. Quería hacerlo yo y de manera independiente reescribir todas las historias. Espero tenerlo para septiembre o octubre. Amazon is not going to be the way to go for me in terms of shipping. It only allowed me to sell in few select countries where I have more followers, and the rest of the people didn't get a chance to get that copy. So I wanted to reach, and it's not going to be on any physical store. It's going to be online on my website, wanderreds.com. You can swipe up and pre-order now. You'll get an email in a few days asking you to finalize payment and getting your copy. The majority of you that have already pre-ordered a copy, which is insane because 70% of them have already been reserved, you'll get an email the next week asking you to finalize and confirming the payment. The email then will signal you that you can go and confirm your payment. I will give you a few days to do so. It will still be a few days prior to June 19th, so we can hopefully ship it and you'll get it on the launch day in time. We're gonna do a slight detour on the Q&A because you're getting so many messages about my daughter. She's here, just woke up from a nap. Ooh. Thank you so much, guys. Sending you a lot of kisses and hugs. For all of you asking about the ebook, obviously, there's no limit about the number of copies you can get on an ebook, and it will be available on June 19th, also on my website. So you'll just need to wait until June 19th. No need to pre-order for the ebook. Kindle comes as an ebook format. I'm putting together a bundle with EPUB and Kindle, which is the two major formats for ebooks. So any tablet, computer, or phone will be able to read them. Of course, ebook will be exactly the same book as the paperback copy. The only difference comes in the Kindle version. Obviously, it will come in black and white, but it will still have all the pictures as the other ebook versions. And again, I'm going to be very specific. The pre-order is just for the paperback copy. Ebooks are unlimited. You don't need to pre-order an ebook. It wouldn't make any sense. So for ebooks, just go on to my website on June 19th and you'll be able to get it. A very interesting question is breaking a little bit of the ice of the logistics and the shipments and all that. We'll get to that later, but it's actually a good one. The book is about everything. It could be about several visits, about the first visit, the second visit. It's going to be I saw your order. You're actually holding the top the number of copies are registered. There's a few people with 3 copies. You have 4. You're top of the list. I'm looking into that right now. I do not know. I suspect it will be cheaper, but we'll see. Para el libro sin reservar, tendrás que esperarte al día 19 y esperar a que esté a la venta. Puede que no queden copias, eso sí. A eso te expones si no haces la reserva. Pero evidentemente, si va a estar vendiéndose normalmente el día 19, lo puedes decir. Do not worry if you pre-ordered, you didn't see any confirmation for payment. Do not worry. It's totally normal. It's totally fine. Next week, you'll get an email signaling that you can go and confirm your payment, and then you'll get a confirmation for your purchase. I've been assured that all deliveries will take 72 hours. So obviously there's COVID. It can be a little bit delayed, but 72 hours, that's what I've been promised. Anyways, I'll ship them before the 19th. So yes, unfortunately, this is what I tried to explain yesterday on Stories. Shipping is brutal. The option was not selling in those countries, so just limiting my sales in 4 or 5 countries. I think it's better to give people the freedom to purchase the book if they want. Now let's get into country by country details. India was obviously the most popular amongst all the questions I received. It's in Zone D, so 18 euro shipment. It is very steep, but if you guys don't want that steep shipment fee, then the only alternative is the ebook. I'm sorry. The book was going to be printed in India, but it's finally being printed in Spain. That's why I cannot offer it at a lower rate. It's just not possible. Amigos canariones, he recibido muchas preguntas vuestras sobre el envío a las islas y la verdad que cuando yo lo vi me quedé loco. Pensé que iba a ser un poco más caro, pero nunca me imaginé que podía costar 40 euros. Evidentemente no lo voy a vender con ese envío decía, porque me parece abusivo. O sea, muchos me habéis dicho que tenéis amigos en la península que os lo pueden llevar, sería lo mejor, lo que yo recomendaría. Voy a seguir mirando maneras de intentar enviarlo más barato, pero no parece que sea fácil. UAE is part of Zone Z, so you will get it at around 15 euro shipment. And Pakistan is not even on the zones I listed. It's 26 euros to ship to Pakistan, so it just feels wrong to ship. This is a great question. If you pre-ordered, it's not a legal binding contract. You guys didn't know what the shipping costs would be. So obviously it's ultimately up to you to decide next week if you want to go ahead with that purchase or not. If you don't, then your reservation will... And copies is something I'm working on. It's very difficult to personalize every single copy of the book. Many of you have asked for a signed copy or a dedication. I'm trying to work on something, some kind of like present or detail or something that is personalized for each of one of you. Maybe signing all the books prior to selling them, maybe giving you a little gift. I'm working on ideas. It's just very difficult to manually sign every... Estáis en Madrid o alrededores y si nos dejan movernos entre provincias sobre todo, podremos intentar hacer una especie de presentación, aunque no sea en un lugar cerrado, pero en un parque que sea abierto y podamos reunirnos más, intentar hacer algún tipo de presentación para juntar. Do you guys prefer your book not to be dedicated, or do you prefer it to have a little short generic dedication with my signature on it? That's a great question. Initially, when I envisioned writing the book, I had the idea of doing a world book tour, 2020, traveling to several countries and trying to present the book. Obviously, COVID completely destroyed that plan. The main goal is to get the book out to you guys. That's why the ebook is so crucial in this. Self-publishing is just so hard. It's literally impossible to become a millionaire doing it. So I am making a little profit from my hard work. Getting the stories out to you guys is my main concern. And why a book? I think it just was the perfect format to tell those stories. I couldn't do it on social media. It's just more in-depth thoughts and ideas and lessons. And I also needed a little bit of that chronological timeline. In stories, my book, you can read the beginning of my life, how I started traveling until the end, the last country where I just reached Cape Verde and how I accomplished everything. I feel it's a great idea for a book. You're actually telling one story with pictures from every single country. It's something that's never been done before. So it's a great concept. But I also didn't approach any big publishers just because they would try to meddle on the way I tell. By this, I mean some stories are completely raw. I tell it how I see it. Many of you won't be happy with what you read. I understand that, but it's my own personal unbiased opinions, unfiltered completely. With a publisher, that wouldn't be possible. Countries in Central Asia are in Zone E, which has a 26 euro fee to ship there. So that's where I drew the line. It just feels completely disproportionate, and I'm not going to include them on the countries that have it. Africa, as always, is included in Zone E2, so that will be 26 euro to ship to Africa, to most African countries, including South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria. So it's going to be... This is an important one. I got it a few times. You can change your address on the pre-order. Yes, you can go, when you confirm your payment, you can re-enter your address and make sure to get it right so that we don't have any troubles and delays and all that. If you want to change your pre-order to an ebook, do not worry. Just leave your pre-order, do not confirm payment, and buy the ebook on June 19th when it becomes available. And it's probably the hardest country to get to because, one, it's in Zone E, so 26 euro shipment, it's totally crazy. Just please get the ebook instead. But also there's a problem with the credit cards. You guys don't have the same one. Morocco is, unlike the rest of Africa, which is Zone E, Morocco is Zone C, so you can get it for 15 euro shipment. Si ya has hecho el pre-order, entonces solo tienes que esperar a que te mandemos un email y cuando lo recibas podrás pagar en los próximos días y te lo enviaremos a casa. La idea es enviarlo unos cuantos días antes del día 19 para que lo recibáis todos al mismo tiempo el día 19. And I haven't considered all these options because my goal is not to make money with the book. My goal is to get it to you guys. So that's why I'm only using my website and only using to sell it to you, which are my audience, are always there, always following my stories. Sí, Suiza no está dentro de los grupos de, ponía yo, en la zona B, que es Europa, está en los de la zona C, que son 15 euros. Es un poquito más enviar a Suiza. Me lo habéis preguntado varios y es eso, 15 euros, zona C. Todo Latinoamérica puede pedir el libro. Enviamos a toda Latinoamérica. El problema es que el coste del envío es un poco elevado, son 18 euros, pero os llegan en 3 días y desde luego que llegamos a todos los países, con lo cual esa es la opción que tenéis. Si no, el ebook. Lo he explicado antes, lo digo ahora en español, muchos me habéis preguntado esto, no va a estar disponible en librerías en España, no, solo en la web, wanderreds.com, si hacéis la prerreserva ya. Y si no, tendréis que esperar al día 19, que es cuando lo lanzo, y si quedan copias, lo podéis cobrar por la... This is what I mean that you guys are really, really kind and supportive. Some of you are saying you're going to buy the ebook and the paperback version just to support me. And others are saying which is more helpful to me. Ebooks, obviously, books are better in terms of profit for me because the costs have been fewer than with the print version of the book. But I also need to sell out on the print books, otherwise it's going to be a total ruin for me. But please pick the one you prefer.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to get this book, guys. Follow this guy. He has an amazing Instagram, first Spaniard to go around the world. Check it out.